In the early years of the 20th century, the world stood on the edge of unprecedented change. Europe was divided by powerful alliances driven by nationalism, militarism, imperial ambition, and deep political tension. What began as fragile peace was slowly turning into a ticking time bomb. On June 28, 1914, that bomb exploded. In the city of Sarajevo, Archduke Franz, Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary, was assassinated by a Serbian nationalist. One gunshot set off a chain reaction. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. Russia mobilized to defend Serbia. Germany backed Austria-Hungary, while France and Britain prepared to defend their allies. Within weeks, the world was at war. This conflict would soon be known as World War I, or the Great War, unlike any the world had ever seen. As armies marched across Europe, the fighting quickly reached a deadly stalemate. On the Western Front, soldiers dug deep trenches, stretching hundreds of miles. From the North Sea to Switzerland, life in the trenches was brutal. Soldiers faced constant shelling, mud-filled trenches, freezing cold, hunger, disease, and the terrifying threat of sudden death. Rats crawled through the trenches, and the smell of decay lingered in the air. New and terrifying weapons changed warfare forever. Machine guns mowed down advancing soldiers in seconds. Poison gas choked and blinded men, leaving many scarred for life. Tanks rumbled across battlefields, while aeroplanes took to the skies for the first time in combat. Millions were killed in battles like the Somme and Verdun, where entire generations were lost for just a few miles of land. While Europe burned, the war spread across the globe. Colonies in Africa and Asia were drawn into the conflict. In 1917, the United States entered the war after German submarines attacked American ships. Fresh American troops and supplies shifted the balance of power. By 1918, the Central Powers were exhausted. Germany faced internal collapse, and its allies surrendered, one by one. On November 11, 1918, an armistice was signed. The guns fell silent. World War I left over 16 million people dead and countless more wounded. Empires collapsed, borders were redrawn, and bitterness filled the aftermath. Though the war was meant to end all wars, its unresolved tensions would soon ignite an even deadlier conflict. The world had changed forever.